Today we're going to be taking a look at the UF-1405. This was sent to me by Fasttech for a product review. This is a zoomable adjustable light with a XML T6, and it is 1200 lumens with 5 modes. And it takes either two 18650s or two 26650s. So let's open up the box and take a look. Inside we get the light itself and a little case for batteries and 2 spacers for 18650 use. As we take a look at the light itself, the machining is amazing on it. There's no sharp edges, nice and smooth, great texture, and I like these little details here of the little indents. An amazing reflector, or shall I say lens, perfectly, I guess, cut. I don't know how they make this, but there's no imperfections, totally see-through. It's a very nice lens. It says splash proof only, so it's not submersible. There's not much heat sinking on the light because it's just a singular LED and it doesn't get too hot. There is a tail switch, which is the only switch on the light, and the modes are selectable by half pressing, so it's all controlled from here. There is a XML T6 inside the light. To adjust the focus, we can see here, for wide flood, we spin it this way, and that's tightening the light. So it's all the way tightened, and it's full flood, so it's going to be a big cone, big spread with a big circle, large floodlight. And to focus it, we can see here, we turn it to the right, or to the left, I guess, loosen it all the way, and it's adjustable, so it keeps getting tighter as you focus it here. And until when it bottoms out, like that, it's fully focused, so it will be a total throw light. And all you can see would be the die of the emitter on the wall, so the square on the wall there. No spill, nothing. It's just a direct beam, which is very unique about flashlights like this. The threads on the light, let's see. First we'll take off the tail cap and look at that. The tail cap is nice and basic. Nothing much going on here. You can unscrew it and modify or whatever you have to do inside the tail cap here. The threads are not square, but they're not horrible threads. They're great. They don't feel loose. They feel nice and tight, and it's not going to strip out. Comes nice and lubricated from the factory. You can see down inside the driver with the spring. And this light takes 26 650s, which I have here. But these are button top protected, and they do not work with this light. They're too long. So I take it unprotected button top 26 650s would be the ideal battery for this light. But I also use 18 650s. These are protected, but you can use any button top, unprotected, anything with this. These work good with the spacers provided. I created a spacer of my own here with this piece of 3/4 ABS pipe. It works good for most 26 650 sized flashlights if you want to use the spacer for 18 650s. So it doesn't wobble around on the inside like these do. So as we put the batteries in here, you put the button top down like always. Tighten it up. And now we're going to go over the UI. So the UI for this light is fairly simple. So to turn it on, you press once, and it's on high or turbo. Then you half press, lower, or medium, sorry, then low. Then if you click again, it does strobe. Then another half press is SOS. Then it goes back up to high. And if you shut it off and then turn it back on real fast, it'll go to a lower mode, and it keeps going. It's like next mode memory. Unless you turn it on high, shut it off, and then I don't know what the timer is, but if you leave it and then come back and turn it back on, it's on turbo again. It's next mode memory unless you wait out the timer. We will now conduct the lux test. So we've got the light on the ladder fully zoomed out first, and we're going to see what the lux is. So with the light fully zoomed out, we got 3,450 lux, which translates to about 117 meters. Now we've got the light on the ladder fully zoomed in, and we're going to see what the lux is. You can see the spot on the wall is square. With the light fully zoomed in, we got 81,000 lux, which translates to about 569 meters of throw. Firstly, we're going to look at the beam shots of it when it's fully zoomed in. This light isn't extremely powerful compared to other lights, but it's still pretty good for its uses. It doesn't throw the 2,000 meters so far away as that power plant is, but it does hit the corner of this building right here, which is probably about 600 meters away. You can see it on the ground here. The camera doesn't do it much justice, but does look a lot brighter in person. We now have the light fully unfocused, so it's on its full flood pattern. The beach gets pretty well lit up from this light when it's fully on its flood mode, and you can see the rocks up close. The beam is pretty even. There's a little bit of a hot spot in the middle, but it's not too bad. Now we're going to move on to some range tests. Our first test is at 248 meters. Our second test is at 562 meters. Finally, our last test is at 1,083 meters. The zooming feature on this flashlight is amazing. It can create a spot or a floodlight, and it has one of the largest aspheric lenses on the market. The included LED is plenty bright for an average flashlight user. This light is definitely usable straight out of the box, but I recommend modifying it with an XPL high for better performance. This is one of the largest hosts with an aspheric lens, coming in at 67 millimeters. So if you're buying this light just for a host, you won't be disappointed. So overall, I think this is a great buy if you're either going to just keep it as it is or modify it. I recommend picking it up. So that about wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for some more.